Hey guys, today's video is a little different. I've been cooped up here for a week since we've been back from Georgia, and the pain has subsided greatly. So I'm getting around pretty well, and I've been cooped up, and I decided that I was going to take a ride up to Seacoast Sports Cycle in Derry, New Hampshire. I talked with Adam Kells. They are a service center for Alpenstar. Their Tech Air stuff, the vests, so I could get my vest repacked. And I also needed to get a new helmet because my other helmet is not the right size. That's how I ended up with all that bruising on the side of my head. The helmet was a little bit too big, a little bit too loose, and well, as you could see from some of the photos from my accident, that I got banged up pretty good. So I was going to go up, get fitted for a helmet. Kyle fitted me for the helmet, did a great job, only had to make one minor adjustment to the padding in it to make that helmet mine. And I've got the video of that. And also, Adam talks a little bit about repacking the vest, what it costs. And he kind of does a show and tell, shows you what the bladder looks like, the cartridges, and all of that good stuff. So, plus, I mean, Seacoast Sports Cycle, they're at every one of the NEMA rounds. They're set up there. They sell Dunlop tires. And they've got just a really large selection of parts, apparel, equipment, stuff that you may need at the track. And if you need it, they most likely have it. So I figured, as much support as they give the series, I need to support them by making my next helmet purchase through them and getting my vest repacked. And it was kind of a crappy day out, a little rainy, and it's only about an hour, 15-minute drive, and it got me out of the house, so I was really happy. So here's the video. Hey guys, so today we're at Seacoast Cycle, Derry, New Hampshire, and brought my air vest up here to get it repacked. Adam Kells is one of the only guys, well, he is the only guy on the East Coast that's authorized to repack them other than Alpenstar themselves. So I brought the vest up to get it repacked, and we're going to get fitted for a new helmet. We'll talk about helmet fitting, and we'll take a walk around. Crappy day, rainy. I've been cooped up since my injury, and I decided to get out and get this stuff done. Hey guys, as I was saying earlier, Seacoast Cycle, these guys are fantastic. They support us 100% at all of the NEMA rounds. They're always out there. They always have plenty of supplies for us. So I came up here to get the vest repacked and also get fitted for a new helmet. Now I'm looking at the X14, the Shoei X14. However, depending on the fit, we may end up with something else. I don't know. But you really need to get the helmet fit. If you remember seeing my photo from the accident, I was kind of bruised right here pretty well. And that was more of just like a friction kind of raspberry thing. And that's because my helmet didn't fit right. And that's what happens when you buy a mail order. So I'm going to let this young gentleman here introduce himself. And he's going to go over fitment of a helmet.
Awesome. Thank you, Craig. My name is Kyle. I work in the apparel department here at Seacoast. And certainly helmet fitting is one of the things that we hang our hats on. It's, as Craig was saying, imperative to make sure that we have not only the linear dimension of what the head is going into the helmet, but each brand has their own different shape for the interior mold of the helmet, and even inside of the brand there are different shapes of the head. So we want to make sure that we're matching up the perfect shape to your head. That way we don't have any voids, giving the opportunity for a double impact, and also we want to be comfortable. So the safest helmet out there is always the most comfortable version of it.
It is.
So we'll start off with is just get a good idea of where we're at for linear dimension here for you, Craig. All right, not quite sure if you can see that on the camera or not, but you're coming to a 60 centimeter circumference on your head.
So I got a big old squash.
You've seen some bigger ones, but there's definitely a lot of brain in there. So at that
That's debatable.
Well, I would say that certainly we're going to be right on that cusp of if we can find the most perfect shape to your head, again, where you're coming out of the Shoei, looking like a little bit more of that Shoei head, we could probably keep you in a size large, something of that nature, or even go with a large and then remove a little bit of material, and at that point have you in a really nice, snug, lightweight fit. Worst case scenario, which isn't a bad place to be, we'd be in that XL territory. Certainly we always want to go with the most snug fit possible, because the helmets are only going to get bigger with age, especially when you think about the cheek pads having all that soft foam construction there. A couple days in the saddle, a little bit of sweat does a number to them as far as allowing it to pack out and grow some real estate. So we want to make sure that we're real aggressive, since you're going to be the first person trying this thing on and getting into it, and then from there knowing that it's going to only get bigger with time.
Okay, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're going to do an initial try on. We've already put one helmet on just to see, and this is the helmet I'm probably going to go with, the matte black X14, but he's going to have to make some adjustments to it. One thing about getting a fitted helmet, it's going to be Craig's helmet. It's not going to be anybody else's helmet. It's going to fit me the way it needs to fit me to be out on the track. So let me go ahead and pop this on, and we'll talk about what he's looking for.
Yeah, so Craig, as we've discussed previously, 60 centimeters is your linear dimension, which is as big as a Shoei X14 large goes to. So for track use, we always want to go with that real intimate fit for helmet to head. And as we just confirmed with the first helmet that we tried on here, we've got your eyes centered inside of where the shield will be covering. Just like we were talking about coming through the bowl, if you've got a loose helmet and all of a sudden you're trying to look for the exit of your turn and that thing's coming down over your eyes, not safe for visibility's sake of the world. It's not safe for your protection side of the world for impact if you need to use it for an incident. What I do love is the fact that as we're looking at this helmet, we don't see any voids along your temple. Certainly minimizing any chance for voids or getting a double impact on the side. You do have some good chipmunk cheek going on as far as what these cheek pads have provided for support there. Now again, it might be a little bit uncomfortable for you today, where you might feel like you're biting your cheeks if you were to be talking with this helmet on. However, that's ideal for what we're doing with a race fit on this helmet. It's going to pack out the most there, and again, I would say probably 2 days of use, you're all of a sudden going to notice a remarkable difference in more comfort while still having the security of this helmet being properly secured. And it sounds like you were saying there's a little bit of discomfort, or just a little bit of increased pressure along your forehead?
Right here, right along the front of the brow.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Perfect. Let's tear this thing apart and get you some real estate up there to make it Craig's helmet versus the off-the-shelf Shoei.
Awesome.
All right. So as we were discussing, we have an off-the-shelf X14 size large. Craig was feeling just a little bit of pressure inside the helmet. So we're going to disassemble this helmet, get all the pads out of there. And the beautiful thing with an X14 is that we've got seven different pad sets that we can manipulate inside this to really customize the fit. Get that cheek pad out of the way here. And Craig, as we were discussing before I got all excited about talking about Road Atlanta with you, I do feel that if we put in a little bit of a less thick pad for you, after a couple rounds it feels like the helmet just isn't as secure as you like it. We can go right back to the factory thickness and we can make a couple different adjustments, but we are going to go with a less voluminous crown pad for you to make it more custom fit for your head. All right, so just showcase what we have here to make this Craig's helmet. This is our crown pad, so we can go with a completely different crown pad that's going to have a different thickness of foam here, or we can even start to customize by keeping the same crown pad and just removing strategic pieces of material to make it even more comfortable for Craig. So pardon me while I go get some more foaming. We'll get this thing custom built. All right, Craig, so as we discussed, feeling a little bit of pressure along the forehead. What we're going to do is just a small pad adjustment. We're going to remove this pad from the posterior lobe with the liner, put in a little bit less thick of a pad, and see how that feels for you. Try to get you a little bit more volume inside the helmet while leaving that padding along the front. It seems a little bit counterintuitive that we wouldn't be removing padding from the front of the helmet, but we want to make sure that we're keeping that forehead still padded up and comfy if that's the problem child area.
And there is kind of like a black art to putting these helmets together because there's so many little snaps and tuck-ins and all that good stuff inside the helmet. And that's another reason why it's good to get a custom fitted helmet.
Yeah, it's something that the first time you do it, like everything in life, is a little bit scary. After you've gone through a series of them, you get kind of used to where the little spots are that can make you go crazy if you're sitting at the side of the track and they go through first call, second call, and you're still trying to reassemble one of these things. Just unneeded stress on a busy weekend. All right, Craig, so we didn't go with too crazy an adjustment to this helmet because, again, we want to try and find something off the shelf that's a super close fit to the shape of your head. That's always ideal. And now, if you're an athlete coming through here and you have to wear brand X, Y, or Z because of sponsorship obligations, absolutely we'll go through the same process and we'll move a lot more material around. But if we've got the freedom to wear whatever helmet we want, we always do want to start with the best fitting helmet off the shelf. So let's see how that little adjustment plays out for you.
All right. Okay, so we're going to try the fit after the customization. And he didn't take much off the back, so we'll see how it feels. Oh yeah, I can already tell that I've got a little extra room up in here, but yet the rest of the fit still feels really good.
Yeah, and it is something where you being a track enthusiast, you are already used to the familiarity of how firm a helmet's going to feel all around your head. And certainly we want to accommodate that without buying too much real estate and having the thing start to rock around and produce some of those blood blisters and other issues that we saw from that previous helmet that was in the accident.
Exactly, but this really feels good. And again, it's definitely worth taking the time to get a helmet custom fitted to you. I mean, you can go online and buy a helmet and then take a chance, make sure it's the right size, see if it's going to fit, and then buy all the different pads and mix and match. But it's so nice when you've got someplace you can go and you can get a custom fitted helmet and you just really feel good about it when you get it. So the main reason I came up here today was to get my vest repacked. There's only one place you can get it done where you can just carry it in. This is the man, the legend, the vest repacker. And I'm going to let him talk a little bit about it, and he's going to do a little show and tell for you.
Awesome. Thanks again for coming up today, Craig. So nice thing about today, it was a little bit slow here in the shop, and Craig set an appointment. We did a helmet fitting with him, which I think he took some video from before. And he also dropped off his Tech Air 5, which unfortunately he had a deployment with it a couple weeks ago at Roebling down south when he was racing. So he had a deployment, saved him a lot of serious injury, we believe. He has a couple of little fractures there and some bruising, but not too bad for the protection that was provided. So what we did here today is we actually took this little guy apart. We changed out the canisters on the inside. So on your deployment on a Tech Air 5, there's 2 of these little canisters in here, and these are an inert gas in here, and they're actually ignited off, and that's what actually opens up and pops the vest, just like an airbag like in your car. So it's a pretty easy service for us to do on those guys. The first 3 deployments on a Tech Air 5 are literally just changing out those canisters. It's about $180. Doesn't take us a lot of time, but we do go through after that and do a physical check of the chassis, plug everything in, make sure electronics are correct, ask you about hours of operation, race mode, street mode, and such like that. So that's a pretty easy service for us to do. The bladder that's actually inside here, the part that blows up, is this guy right here. This is one out of a race bladder, which is just a little bit different in the way that these are connected, but really this is the protection that is wrapped all the way around you. As you can see, it comes all the way down from your shoulders, all the way down the chest, does the ribs, the back, top of the shoulders, and everything. On a repack for a race vest, price-wise, if we're talking about that, that's going to be $300, and that's for 2 deployments, unless you're in a big boy suit. A double extra large fires off both of them. Again, in that Tech Air 5, your first 3 services are going to be that $179, and then after that we also have to change out the bladder so it gets in that $300 range.
All right, so there you have it, guys. And it's just so easy. They support us so much at the NEMA events. They're always at the track for every round. If you forgot something, if you need something, they 99% of the time have it. And I was unaware that they actually repack the vest. I thought I was going to have to pack it up and ship it off to Alpenstore. But I found out through the grapevine that we can get them done here. And you're the only guy on the East Coast that does it, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are the only dealer-based Alpine Star Tech Air service center in the nation. So there's one other guy in the nation. Obviously, if you send it to Alpine Stars, Ryan will take care of you there. Basically, anybody east of the Mississippi or anybody that has an affection to send their stuff to us can come right here to the shop.
Awesome.
For all NEMA events, we will be set up trackside. We can't say that we'll be able to turn your vest around in 45 minutes or anything like that, but as the end of the day rolls up, we'll probably be banging out some vests at night for people that have had incidents. So that'll be at every single NEMA and Penguin round this year.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Pleasure. Stay safe.
So that's going to wrap this one up. Really happy. I also bought this really nice fancy Shoei premium helmet bag. Someplace to put my brand new X14 helmet and keep it from getting banged up. I really needed to support Seacoast Sports Cycle. They're always at the track. They're always supporting us. They come to every round. Dunlop tires, anything you could need as far as apparel or the necessities that you may have forgotten that you need at the track, guaranteed they're going to have it, or at least 99% of the time they're going to have it. And we really need to support them. So it was a good day. I got out, got around. I'm feeling better. The pain is bearable now. And yeah, it was a good trip. I had a good time. So if you like the content, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We need to boost that subscriber number up. We're going real slow right now, but I'd really like to see that blow up, especially with the off-season chat, the live off-season chat series that I'm doing. Coming up on episode 10, should be next week. And I have no idea what we're going to talk about, but we need to talk about something. And I want to keep this going right up till the first round, and then we'll see what happens after that. Maybe we'll do post-round chat after each round and talk to some of the guys and how they did and how they're doing. But yeah, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Thumbs up helps the algorithm. If you're out there riding on twos, make sure you keep that shiny side up, rubber side down. And as always, have yourself a great day.